I ain't many that are built like me. I'm the last of my kind. Grew up.
Alright, y'all listened about it. God bless. Welcome to the channel. Got a little line up. I'm just gonna go straight from the source.
To improve the social and economic inclusion of sedentary migrants. Nobody knows what that is.
$8 million
to promote LGBTQI+ in the African nation of Lesotho, which nobody has ever heard of. $60 million for indigenous peoples and Afro-Colombian empowerment in Central America. $60 million. $8 million for making mice transgender. Come on, $40 million to improve the... Now I gotta cut loose, kick off the Sunday shoes. Please, Louise, pull me off of my knees. Get back.
After 9 years, Justin Trudeau has shown that he's not worth the cost or the corruption. The Speaker has just recently ruled that all House business, all government business must be put aside while members of Parliament consider Liberal corruption. First, we had the case of the Green Slush Fund, the SDTC fund, where the Auditor General found over $330 million funneled to Liberal insiders' own businesses. She found massive conflicts of interest. Basically, these Liberal appointed board members who made the decision as to which companies got money, taxpayers' money, from this fund, were funneling that money to their own businesses or to the businesses of their close friends. So the Auditor General has blown the whistle on that, yet the government refuses to hand over the documents to the RCMP. The House of Commons passed a production order demanding that all documents, all information that the Auditor General uncovered, plus any documents that might exist in any government department related to this scandal, be handed over to the RCMP. The government is refusing, and as a result, the House will be seized with this corruption matter until they hand over the documents. And then we have the case of the other Randy, where a senior Trudeau minister is alleged to have been sitting around the cabinet table while also involved in his own business's affairs. His business partner was summoned before committee and refused to disclose all the information, refused to name who the other Randy is, refused to hand over all the documents and answer the questions that were put to him. And as a result, the House is seized with that motion as well. So what we're saying today is that the government will not be able to, the House will be staying on these corruption matters until the Liberals hand over all the documents to the RCMP. While Canadians are suffering with the cost of living crisis that Justin Trudeau caused with his runaway inflation, while millions of Canadians are visiting a food bank for the first time and young Canadians are giving up on the dream of home ownership as housing costs have doubled under the NDP Liberal government, it's clear once again that the Liberals will always stop and enrich their friends while they impoverish Canadians.
Like, what's this going to look like, and how long is this going to go on?
So the Speaker has ruled that the parliamentary that Parliament's rules were broken in this Liberal cover-up. The House of Commons demanded these documents be sent to the RCMP so that the RCMP can determine whether or not there are criminal charges warranted because of this corruption. The government refused to comply with this long-standing power that Parliament has to hold governments to account. And by doing so, the Speaker has now ruled that all government business must be put aside until the House deals with this corruption motion. It's really up to the government to determine how long that will take, but it's clear that they're willing to go to extreme lengths to cover up their corruption, that they're willing to put the business of Parliament off to the side just to protect Liberal insiders. Liberal-friendly appointees to this board funneled money to their own companies. That's taxpayers' money. And while Canadians are paying higher carbon taxes, higher prices at the grocery store, higher mortgage costs with high interest rates, Liberal insiders stopped and enriched themselves. It's never been so good to be a Liberal insider. It's never been so tough to be a hardworking Canadian.
Mayor Johnson In the last 4 years, how much has Chicago spent on care for illegal aliens?
Thank you for that question, Congresswoman. So since 2022, since the governor of Texas began
Just
shipping.
tell me a number. I don't need a speech. Just tell me a number.
So since 2022, since the governor of Texas was shipping individuals to cities across this country, the city's budget, roughly 1% of the city's budget over the course of 4 years.
Mayor Johnston, the same question, and I don't need a speech, just a number.
Thank you, Congresswoman. Thank you, Congresswoman. It's $79 million over the last 2.5 years.
Mayor Adams, same question. How much has New York spent to care for illegal aliens?
Approximately $6.9 billion went out of our taxpayers' funds.
Mayor Wu, same question. How much has Boston spent to care for illegal aliens in the last 4 years?
We do not ask about immigration status and giving city services and providing that access, so we do not have a number.
Mayor Johnson, in the last 4 years, how much has Chicago spent on care for illegal aliens?
Thank you for that question, Congresswoman. So since 2022, since the governor of Texas.
Gotcha.
Gosh, ow, ow. Did you hear that slap?
I was given the.
On the phone!
Emma!
Oh my god, now.
Chocolate and my chicken side.
Ah!
What you doing?
Jesus, Gavin, are you serious?
Just so you know, and I wanted you to hear it from me first, went hospital today for a blood test and I'm positive for Indian COVID. They don't think it's too bad, but they said they could get worse over the weekend. And just let you know that Sherry Bancha Diva data test of the order.
It has only been 44 days, but the president will have a lot to talk about tonight when he heads up to Capitol Hill to address a joint...
6 weeks ago, I stood beneath the dome of this Capitol and proclaimed the dawn of the golden age of America.
Inaugurate a new president and vice president.
From that moment on, it has been nothing but swift and unrelenting action to usher in the greatest and most successful era in the history of our country. I return to this chamber tonight to report that America's momentum is back, our spirit is back, our pride is back. Members, Congress, and to my fellow citizens, America is back.
They make a change.
Americans have given us a mandate for bold and profound change. Every day my administration is fighting to bring a future that America deserves. We are draining the swamp, and the days of rule by unelected bureaucrats are over. Over the past 6 weeks, I have signed nearly 100 executive orders and taken more than 400 executive actions to restore common sense, safety, optimism, and wealth all across our wonderful land. Despite the best efforts of those who will try to censor us, silence us, break us, destroy us, Americans are today a proud, free, sovereign, and independent nation that will always be free. My fellow Americans, get ready for an incredible future because the golden age of America has only just begun. Thank you, God bless you, and God bless America.
Chair recognizes
Mr. Chairman, I have unanimous consent
Subramaniam.
request. Mr. Chairman, I have unanimous consent request.
Proceed.
I'd like to seek unanimous consent to enter into the record this article, and I'll do this as a survivor of sexual violence myself. This is from Courts, March 2018.
Without objection, so ordered.
Data from Texas shows that U.S.-born
Without objection, so ordered. We've put it in the record.
I haven't entered it.
You have what?
Mr. Chair, can I have several articles. I need to enter them. Let me just go ahead with what the articles are. What they speak to.
What's the next article?
Let me proceed. Data from Texas shows that U.S.-born Americans commit more rape and murder than immigrants.
Listen, this trend of you all trying to get thrown out of committee so you can get on MSNBC is going to end. We're not going to put up with it.
This is my procedural right as a member of this committee
you can
to
go,
enter documents
you can go with
into the
Mr.
record.
Frost and Mr.
I'm
Green.
reclaiming my time.
That's what you want. No. Ms. Presley, I've been very accommodating to you. Mr. Subramaniam,
and I take particular umbrage as a survivor of sexual violence. I will enter into the record. This is my right. Thank you.
No. It is Mr. Subramaniam.
Mr. Chair?
No, you know the process of unanimous consent. You are not recognized.
I have several articles to enter into the record.
Mr. Subramaniam, if you don't go, we're going to recognize Mr. Timmons. Chair recognizes
Mr. Chairman, I have unanimous consent request. Mr. Chairman, I have unanimous consent request.
This is insane. I learned that Emmanuel Macron has hired a crisis PR firm in the United States. And this crisis PR firm has connections at TikTok. In one day, all 4 of the Becoming Brigitte clips that we cut on TikTok were hit with strikes, and my account is now facing a ban. Okay, this all happened last week. It's been insane, and we are dealing with this. And I think the best answer to this would be for people to go watch the series, to watch every series that we do. But it is difficult for me to put into words how utterly deranged and psychopathic it is that this man is trying to move through the United States court systems to shut down speech, and has now hired a crisis PR firm to try to deal with TikTokers to be banned for discussing the truth about the person that he married. Okay? He was never going to bring this court case into the public, into Tennessee. I have dared him many times to do this because I told no lies. Okay, I told no lies throughout that series. So his best solution is to hit content makers on TikTok and to try to get us banned for speech. It's terrifying how power can exist at the very top and they can go after journalists. We can't have that happen in America. So a threat to the speech of Ian Carroll, Joe Rogan, Theo Vaughn, Candace, give me a person on the left who's being taken down for saying something, even if I don't like them. It truly is, in my view, a threat to our democracy. And that is why they are scrambling so much with podcasting. They don't understand this independent media venture. They hate it. They're trying to smear it. They're trying to say it's wrong. They're trying to call everybody conspiracy theorists, Satan, whatever it is. And I want to draw your attention to that because what Emmanuel Macron is doing is, it's just, there's no other way to describe it other than psychopathic. And there's more. I haven't even told you guys. And I'm telling you, it's getting me to the point that I want to do a second series on Emmanuel Macron because I will not tolerate this. I think it's
stack it up, y'all. Stack it up. Get him in. Get it. Stack it up, y'all. Stack it up. Add your jalapenos. Get him in there. Get him in. Stack it up. Fresh onions. Stack it up, y'all. Stack it up. Butter those buns up. If it ain't bubbling, it ain't cooking. Y'all, we got that gift light. Stack it up, y'all. Stack it up. Add your cat. Get it. got that neighbor's not gonna smell so good around here. Stack it up, y'all. Ooh, that queso, the jalapenos, the tomatoes, the onions. Got that good flavor, y'all. Stack it up, stack it up. Mexican cheeseburgers.
Last night was something else, but we're going to wrap it up in a nutshell. I'm condensing an hour and a half to maybe 3 minutes, so keep up. I'm going to be talking really fast. Okay, we opened up to a standing ovation. The Democrats stayed seated. I guess that was their form of protest against President Trump, which I think we should stand together as a nation, but hey, who am I? They opened up with chants of USA after Donald Trump said America is back. He said, we're just getting started. Representative Al Green refused to sit down, and he shouted throughout the speech, and he was physically removed after numerous warnings. This is what Trump said. Border crossings last month were the lowest ever. He also said there's nothing I can do to make Democrats happy. He asked Democrats to join him in keeping America great. He's frozen government hiring and foreign aid. He ended the electric vehicle mandate to save the auto industry, which gives American jobs to Americans. That's how that works. All federal workers must show up in person or lose their jobs. It's kind of like the same as writing the email. Let me know that you're a person, because it's some fraud going on in the upper ranks, basically.
Show up.
He stopped all government censorship. Free speech is back. You won't get in trouble for your free speech. He changed it to the Gulf of America. I don't know why he did that. That was petty. I don't know if that was personal. I have no logical reasoning behind that.
Because it's America.
He made English the official language of the USA. People are angry about that. I don't understand why, because we speak English. He ended DEI. Black people are angry about that, but DEI statistically helped about 10 times more white women than it did black people. So I don't understand why we're protesting them for ending DEI.
Because people don't even know what's going on. They just
common
protest
sense
and protest.
Is not welcome. Logic and reason is not welcome. He says hiring should be based on merit and skill. So basically know your worth and understand that your job needs you if you are a valuable employee. He removed critical race theory, and to clear that up, critical race theory and black history are two different things. There are only two genders now, male and female. Men cannot compete in women's sports. He also brought up that a man caused brain damage in a volleyball game and ended a woman's volleyball career. Drill, baby, drill. He's going to lower fuel costs by 95% by making America an energy independent country. Found billions that was being used by fraud in all areas.
Y'all hear that? Fuel costs by 95%.
Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security. And he's not cutting those. He's just finding fraud within the ranks of the employees there to clear that up. Interest rates have dropped. U.S. citizenship gold card is $5 million. So if you got $5 million, you can be rushed to the front of the line to get your American
I will say $5 million has to be split between
American car loan interest will be tax
for
deductible.
everyone that wants to
have
become
to
a
buy
citizen.
An American car, though, for your interest to be tax deductible. India, China, South Korean tariffs are higher than ours. Reciprocal tariffs starting April 2nd. So basically, if you're charging us 25% tariffs, we're going to charge you 25% for tariffs. That's kind of how that goes. He also is going to do 25% tariff on foreign copper, aluminum, etc. Apple invested $500 billion building factories in the USA, and Taiwan invested $165 billion building chips in the USA. So basically, they don't want to pay the tariffs, so they're going to build their factories here, which gives Americans more jobs, which kind of circulates money into our economy, which was the whole goal. Also, before I wrap this up, I want to say something. You cannot preach against immorality and say someone is disrespectful while displaying those qualities just because you don't like the person. You might not like the man, but you should respect the position and you should respect the seat. He is the president of the United States. You are an American citizen. Therefore, he is your president and you should respect him as such. Because honestly speaking, you can't preach against disrespect and call somebody else disrespectful while showing disrespect. Couldn't even stand for the little boy who had terminal cancer. Really? Is your hatred that deep? And a lot of people are waking up and seeing the hatred, and everybody ain't with that.
The yeas are 224. The nays are 198, with 2 answering present. The resolution is adopted. Will Representative Green present himself to the well? By its adoption of House Resolution 189, the House has resolved that Representative Al Green be censured, that Representative Al Green forthwith present himself in the well of the House of Representatives for the pronouncement of censure, and that Representative Al Green be censured with public reading of this resolution by the Speaker.
Look at her in there. I don't like her at all. Look at Bill.
The House had come to order. The House had come to order.
They can't even act right. Sorry. That's just disrespectful to the whole nation right there.
The House had come to order. Clear the well, please. Clear the well. The House has to continue its business.
That is just so disrespectful. This is not order. Get them out. Yep.
Pursuant to Clause 12A of Rule 1, the House will stand in recess, subject to the call of the chair.
That's crazy.
President Trump telling farmers via Truth Social to have fun with these tariffs. I mean, Senator, that's a bit flip. Is that really the right tone for the moment? I mean, you deal with these farmers in your state on a regular basis. You hear from your constituents. Is this the right tone?
Well, listen, I can tell you, because I'm from Missouri, Missouri's bright red, and rural America voted for President Trump because he's standing up for them. You can't even sell a car in Europe effectively, right? You've got a lot of these barriers that have been put in place by countries who are our friends, but take full advantage. They want access to our markets, but it's an unfair imbalance when you try to penetrate their markets with our goods. So President Trump is entering into a game here of a negotiation to try to bring this thing down, to bring costs down, and also to be treated fairly. So the farmers that I represent in Missouri are tired, like I said, like most Americans, of getting ripped off by so many countries around the world.
Well, let's talk about China. China's gets a tremendous amount of soybeans from us. So farmers need to be able to sell to foreign countries.
Yeah, I don't think you're probably arguing that we have access to Chinese markets, are you? In a real way? That's not your argument, because they're dumping products across, they're dumping steel, they're bypassing a lot of the tariffs that are put in place by going through Mexico. We finally have a president who's serious about this. And like I said, when President Trump did this the first time, we saw revenue increase, and our reliance on Chinese goods on imports went from about 22% to 13%. That's a good thing for us as we try to bring these supply chains home. I would also point out, as he's announcing these tariffs, we've seen...
Check this out. Anna Paulina Luna tells the sanctuary city mayors she's referring them for criminal referral. Y'all like the video? And check this out.
Mayor Wu, does the Boston Trust Act restrict communication with federal immigration authorities regarding individuals' immigration status, yes or no?
We do not collect immigration status in law enforcement.
I'd just like to point out, and Mr. Chairman, if I could enter the Boston Trust Act into the record. Mr. Chairman.
Without objection, so ordered.
Thank you. On page, or let's see, section 4AA, a law enforcement official and employment of the city department, agency, or commission shall not, and then A, inquire of an individual on his or her immigration status. Under Title 8, U.S. Code subsection 1373 stipulates that local governments cannot prohibit or restrict communication with federal immigration authorities regarding individuals' immigration status, so your enforcement of this act is in direct violation of that statute. Can you please confirm?
That is not
Thank you, ma'am. That's a U.S. code. I don't know about you, but U.S. code does not lie.
We do not ask about
Mayor
immigration
Johnson,
status, and that is what makes
next
us safe
question.
city.
Mayor Johnston, you said in your testimony that the first step you took after illegal aliens arrived was to provide them with housing. Is that correct? Yes or no?
Folks that were on the streets freezing to death, we gave access to shelter. Yes, we did.
Thank you. Not to be rude here, but you have a good understanding of what the definition of harboring is, correct?
I do.
Okay. For those that might not, harboring means to knowingly or recklessly provide shelter or place to stay for an illegal alien. And according to Title 8 of U.S. Code subsection 1324, that is also a federal crime. Just to be clear, did you also say that you would be willing to go to jail to stop deportation efforts?
I did say that I'd be willing to stand up for all of our residents, and the context was that was the point at which the administration was threatening to deploy the U.S. military to streets of our cities to pull kids out of schools and churches, so we were worried about that.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson. Mr. Chairman, I'd like to enter into the record an article from CBS.
Without objection to ordered.
Thank you. In this, it says, Johnson said earlier this week that he's willing to use civil disobedience and, if necessary, going to jail to stop deportations. My final question would be for you, Mr. Mayor Johnson. Do you believe that Chicago's welcoming city ordinance encourages illegal aliens to enter the United States, specifically into Chicago? Yes or no?
No.
Okay. So you don't believe that banning the transfer of individuals into ICE custody for the purpose of civil immigration enforcement encourages illegal immigration into Chicago? Or how about agencies, or agents not being able to stop, arrest, or detain individuals based solely on their immigration status or administrative warrant?
So we comply with all laws, local, state, and federal.
To me, after this line of questioning, it's very clear that these policies that you have all implicated are active and alive and well in your cities, are in direct violation with U.S. Title 8 Code subsection 1324, and is a federal offense. But you all speak about a broken immigration system, and yet here you guys are aiding and abetting in that entire process. I want to be very clear about something. Open border policies, which is something that you guys are talking about, hurts people on both sides, meaning the people that are coming here illegally and then American citizens as well. I do not think you guys are bad people, but I think that you are ideologically misled, which is why, unfortunately, based on your responses, I'm all going to be criminally referring you to the Department of Justice for investigation. And as soon as I leave here, these will be going over to Pam Bondi.
Wow.
I'm not doing that in an effort to bully you guys, but I do believe that your policies are hurting the American people, and you can make that known with the evidence that you can present to the Department of Justice. But if you guys continue doing what you're doing, you're not going to help anyone. You're going to hurt more people, and that's exactly why I'm tired of it. The American people are tired of it. And Chairman, I yield my time.
Let me know what you think about that in the comments. Make sure you like the video right here, repost, follow us more.
Good.
I'll see you.
Whisper about it. Check it out, y'all. There it is. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's on Amazon. All right. I hope y'all like that lineup. It was pretty good. Give y'all a little bit. I'm gonna get some more up on here. Y'all stay tuned.
I don't ever slow up. No, I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make
make a statement. Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable. Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no, I